We're going to Topic Tuesday. All right. Our Tuesdays are filled with great information and blog posts from Adam and from Duke. Adam is our third-year med student, and Duke is our fourth-year med student. And so they love filling up our Topic Tuesdays with all kinds of tidbits. And this Tuesday last week was really special because it was just prior to Aortic Disease Awareness Month starting. So keep that in mind. But our aortic dissection, the patient guide, is officially here. It is available on PDF, free of charge to do that download. Actually, last Tuesday, it was strictly the download that was available. Okay, so keep that in mind because effective a day ago, the actual hard copies went into circulation. But there are a lot of amazing people put a ton of effort into this guide, starting way back last year from our friends over at Aortic Dissection Awareness UK and Ireland. And then they were kind enough to allow us to bring this guide here to the US, where Think Aorta has supported Aortic Hope's presentation of this guide. And we've had our own clinicians and our own patient advocates participating in the editing and contributions. And we're also really pleased to say that we had the Society of Thoracic Surgeons and Society for Vascular Surgery also endorse this guide. So that's amazing in itself. But when you get a chance, click the link. It's everywhere on the website. You go to the first page, there it is. You go to resources, there it is. You go to our book reading resources, under resources, there it is. And if you go to Show Hope Shops, there it is. So don't say you can't find it because it's always there. It is there. There it is. Okay. When you share this information online, we really hope that you do, use the hashtags by patients for patients, because that's what this is. This is really easy to read and understand, although it could be emotionally a little overwhelming to read, especially the first section that has a lot of the medical information. And for someone who's had an aortic dissection, it can be a little jarring, to kind of just get that visual on what's actually happened in your body. And also use Aortic Dissection, the patient guide, plus hashtag AortaEd to increase the engagement on this. And tag our sponsors, Edwards Life Sciences and Run for Aortic Health, which is also run and created by Carmen David. And we'll talk a little bit about that in a few minutes. But we are sharing posts daily through the entire month of September for Aortic Disease Awareness Month. See, there's Aortic Disease Awareness Day is September 19th, and that started off as Aortic Dissection Awareness Day. It's since changed because really the goal here is to have our focus be on the less rare event. So aortic dissections are rare, but aortic disease is much more common than you think. And if we could get people identified of who might be at risk, then hopefully they never need to experience an aortic dissection. They won't experience an aortic dissection. So hence Aortic Disease Awareness Day. Now, there's other organizations that really focus their attention on the week of aortic disease awareness, primarily focusing on thoracic aortic aneurysm disease, which is great. Any awareness is great. Here at Aortic Hope, we take it back to basics. So we present an A to Z outlook here. We go over every bit of information on what is the aorta, what is an aneurysm, what are the different types, what is a dissection? Let's talk about valve disease and valve replacement. We talk about open heart surgery, pre and post-op suggestions, the type of medications that you might be prescribed to have. We talk about genetic research. We talk about emotional health and well-being, possible PTSD, support groups, and resources. And we're going to be referring back to this guide constantly throughout the month, as well as presenting information from the STS and the SVS and Edwards Life Science. So treasure trove of information that's going on through the month of September. Lots of exciting stuff. And thank you ahead of time for sharing all of this information. And as Adam, one of his teachers said, thank you for building as you climb. And that is the truth, really, and that's what we're all doing. We're just kind of building continuously as we continue through our climb during the recovery and management of aortic disease. So that's the post. Again, consider doing the download. Check this out for yourself. Even if you have an aortic aneurysm and you're waiting for surgery, there's at least 2/3 of this book that really could be possible to help you through your journey. And while the dissection portion may not be helpful, if you have to have open heart surgery, all of that moving forward would be helpful. right? The pre and post op suggestions, emotional health. Just because you're on watch and wait and you didn't have an emergency situation doesn't mean that you don't experience your own health related traumatic event. So take a look, download it. Let us know what your thoughts are. We'd love to hear. Joshua, any thoughts about Topic Tuesday?
Well, Bruce Waldrop dropped in to say hello.
Hello, Bruce.
He's got an event going on this weekend. It runs from 8 to 10 in the morning, CST.
Okay.
And I said,
And
well,
that's in St. Louis. Yeah.
oh, okay. I said, well, maybe we can
Yep.
catch up with you at the end and you can share with us how the event goes. And he said, I will be
That
happy
would be
to.
awesome.
Right?
That would
So
be
I think we
awesome.
might be dropping in on Bruce here live on YouTube after he wraps up one of his awareness campaign. That's good
That would be
stuff.
great.
Yeah.
That's all good stuff. That's great. I would really love to see that because I'm headed off with Terry, our board member, for the aortic disease awareness walk over the Brooklyn Bridge, sponsored by Aortic Bridge. And that is happening on the 10th. So if you have your event on Saturday, Bruce, I'd love to check it out. Love to check out that video, which is why people need to click the subscribe and the bell button so that I can be notified when this event goes live and I can watch it. See? Comes
Also,
comes full circle.
he
Yeah.
says starting next month, he'll be doing 3 outreaches a month.
That's incredible.
I know,
That's
right?
great.
I love
See,
this. I like the idea
that's
that
a
we're going to
hope it,
get
right.
I like the idea that we're going to get like field reporting, right?
I feel yes,
Awareness field reporting. That's going to be awesome.
exactly. Bruce is our reporter on the ground. He's got his ear to the pulse, right? And that's what's great is that Bruce is one of our Hope ambassadors, new to our fundraising department as a fundraising assistant. And anybody who wants to be a Hope ambassador can do what Bruce is doing. It just kind of happened. We have a lot of different flea markets and craft shows and different local events, and I'm sure everybody does. And you can just grab a booth, and I'm sure they would donate it, not charge you because you're part of a nonprofit. And that's a great way to just spread awareness and just talk to people because when you look out on a crowd of people, I know that if that crowd's large enough, there's double digit percentage of people that are probably sitting there right now with an aneurysm because they're typically asymptomatic. And that it freaks me out, makes me nervous. I'm not going to go run around to everybody and say, hey, do you have a family history? You should go get an echo. But it's scary because you don't know how many people are aware that they should be checked out or not. So I love what you're doing, Bruce. Thank you so much. That's wonderful.
These great people.
Great.